Alright, for my video today, I'm gonna tell you about the dream I had last night. So in my dream, I was in this house slash really old school. So like the front of the building looked like a really old house, but it kept going on and on. It was like a really long building, and it had like 2 gymnasiums and an auditorium and stuff like that. So it was like, it was pretty extensive, but it was really old. Like everything was made out of this dark old wood, and like the house creaked, and I don't think there was really any electricity or anything like that. It was just like an old dim house. And we I was like with a ton of people. I don't really know who most of them were. A couple of them were people I knew, but most of them like were strangers. And like we went to open the door or something, and we saw that there was like a wall of like ocean water inside, and it was like dark and murky. It was like dark green, murky, like ocean water. And like you could see like seaweed and fish and large things like in the water, and it was. We quickly shut the door, and we realized like the entire like house was surrounded by like this ocean, and it would flood in, so we couldn't leave. And I like was trying to like figure out how to get out, or if anything could be done, or if there was no hope. So I like somehow ended up in a different room, and I was about to give a lecture, like teach a class or something. But my audience was mostly like younger children. And then there were like parents there, and then some faculty. And like I had like one of those old transparency projectors, and I was like, the screen was like turned on, like the screen was down and the projector was turned on. So I was like about to give like a lesson, and then I like just kind of like got really solemn and just like didn't start the lesson, and just told everybody like, no, instead today we're gonna learn about ourselves, which is a lot more valuable and you can actually use in the real world. And then like as soon as I said that, like a big group of people just left the auditorium or the lecture hall or whatever, and then like the rest of the people that were there just started their own activities amongst themselves, and everybody ignored me. And I was like, okay, I guess we don't want to better ourselves. You know, I was like really solemn. Like I wasn't really sad or disappointed. I was just like, wow. I was like, okay, fine. And then I like came across one of my friends, and every time I tried to like start a conversation or something, like people kept like popping in and be like, what do you want? And then I saw this like human-sized crow like flying in this house, and it like landed in front of me and ended up like, they like pulled the head away, and it was another one of my friends. And we like talked a little bit for a while too, and I was like, you know, I gotta figure out what to do about this water flooding, trapped in this house kind of business. So I went over to the door, and I like figured out like that the pressure from the ocean was so heavy that it wouldn't immediately like flood in. It would like hold the water, so we like, if it was open, there'd be a few seconds to do something before all the water came into the house. And then I noticed the patio area, they were like sliding glass doors. There were like really tall concrete walls around the patio, and I was like, that's kind of weird, like it should be like all flooded in there, but it wasn't. And the walls were kind of high, so you couldn't really see that well what was behind, like outside the house. But I was able to like look through a window and like kind of catch an angle. And I saw that there was like this 100-foot tall seashell that was shaped like a big bowl. It was like the size of a lake. And it was surrounding the house. And somebody put it there so that all of us would die, but they would be like, look like a natural disaster. It would look like a flood, but like somebody actually was trying to murder us. And the reason why the patio wasn't covered is because the shell was shaped like a bowl, and the house was kind of like a long strip, but the patio would jut out from the back. And so the way the
the shell was around it, it couldn't cover where the patio was. And the tall walls, like, kind of covered the rest of everything. So, like, I guess whoever set it up thought it wouldn't be a big deal, but, like, I saw, that was, like, a way that wouldn't get flooded in,
from that direction. But obviously if the house fills up with water, then everything is, like, drowning. So, I grabbed, like, everybody that was in the school / house or whatever it was, and I told them all to go stand out on the patio, and I said, like, okay, like, I'm gonna open the door and all the water's gonna come in, but it'll fill up the walled-in patio area, and you guys should be, like, spill over the edge and be okay. But I told everybody they had to be really careful because all that pressure from, like, the ocean coming into the house, it's gonna, like, break glass, break windows. It's gonna, like, knock and, like, push furniture around, and that could crush somebody, or they could get stuck in a corner and drown. Like, so I had to be really careful. And so I was gonna go last to be the one to open the door while everybody's on the patio, so that hopefully I could, like, open it and quick sprint to the patio, because the water is gonna come in, like, with a lot of force. And so I opened it, and then I started, like, running to, like, reach the patio, and everybody else, like, it was already filling up with water, so they were already starting to, like, go up. And then I woke up, so I don't know if I actually made it or not, but I seemed like I saved everybody else's lives, which is pretty good, but I don't know if I made it or not. Like, I woke up, like, right as I was getting towards the patio door, and the water was, like, behind me. So, like, I might have made it. I probably did. But I don't know. Wasn't that stressful? My brain is so weird.